just trying to make sure that you're calling. We actually on our team have decided to have specific higher level students mentor the lower level students. And so I just make sure that we're calling each other, we're checking in, you know, how can we help? Do you need us to go with you? Do you need us to help you set up the appointment? You know, what's actually the holdup? Can we help you write your paper or whatever needs to happen? A lot of people think because like Mrs. Powell didn't have a thought on their issue, that now they've got to go find another Mrs. Powell. And I'm like, no, if they didn't have any thoughts on your issue, just write, they didn't have any thoughts on my issue. Just trying to really let them know that there's like no judgment here. This is just about, you know, you getting to know Mrs. Powell and getting your thoughts on paper. It's no big deal.
One of the first paradigm shifts that needs to take place is just the way that you view the training exercises. And, you know, I don't know if it's because I'm a guy or what, but you wouldn't send a bunch of people off into battle without first training them properly before you sent them. And I guess that's the way I view it. And people that are struggling to complete the exercises, I would just say maybe look at some of your past experiences that haven't exactly turned out the way that you've wanted to, either on issues or politics in general, whatever. And kind of think like maybe there might be a different way or somewhere for you to learn or grow. And maybe these training exercises could actually help you improve and achieve the outcomes that you would want. I think for a lot of people, they just look at it as like one more thing on a list that I got to do. They basically take the homework approach to it rather than this is a way for me to sharpen myself to be an effective tool and eventually join a team where we're only going to be as strong as our weakest link. I know it's cliche, but it's pretty true when it comes to a CSG teams. Don't make them something that they're not. That was a big thing for me in writing the paper. I mean, I almost turned it into like I was writing a dissertation for my doctorate. You know, when it's like you said, you're just spewing it out there, and you know you should type it up, and you know, regardless of whether or not you can type well or even write whatnot, just put your thoughts down, like almost like you're brainstorming, rather than, you know, trying to write some formal paper that, you know, the world is going to read. It's really for you just to go through the practice and to get your thoughts on paper in that kind of an exercise, rather than for a whole bunch of people to read.
It's not practice, it's not homework, and it doesn't matter if you're talking firearms or going to the gym or cycling. You're not practicing cycling or weightlifting or etc. You're training. The goal is to be better at something. And so if you're completing the training exercises, your goal is to be better at the chessboard. So the goal is to improve your skills, right? To learn the different levels of self-governance and to be part of that system. Because again, it's not just one person's show, it's the interaction with the other people that are around you, and as you said, within the sphere of your influence. Now, having said that, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I have still not turned in my level 5. I am not a full graduate. I've turned in 4 levels, but I have not turned in my 5. And I think that's one thing I would actually mention as far as suggestions for others is, don't think just because you got through level 2, great, I turned in 2 assignments, I'm good to go. Or I got through level 3, great, turned in 3 assignments, I'm good to go. Or even 4. It really is all 5 levels and sticking through it and finishing the training exercises to really benefit from the program.
For someone who's struggling with the training exercises, is to not be afraid to ask for help. Whether it's someone in your community that's also taking the training, or just reaching out to Center for Self-Governance and asking whatever questions. Let us be of service and assistance to you. For example, I had a woman who was really struggling with the training exercises, and come to find out she cannot write, and she really can't read very well. So at one point, I met her at a fruit stand and brought my laptop and sat down, and she dictated to me what she was passionate about for her level 1 writing assignment. And so I went through and I just typed it exactly how she spoke it. And it was kind of a struggle, and it took time out of my day, which, I'm willing to sacrifice for a potential teammate. But at least, and she was, old, probably my mom's age, but she was humble enough to ask for help. And so again, I would just say, anybody that's having any issues, if you feel like you don't have any support, there's lots of us. There's all of these folks, Ben, Mila, Zach, myself, everyone at CSG is more than willing to help out with the training exercises at any level.